Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. This is the immediate reaction to the Michigan versus Illinois game. Before I get started, this video is brought to you by W Energy Drink. Check them out at w.gg. Use my code MMM. When you see the triple M's, it's really him. Now back to it. This one had me in front of the television anxious. I'm upset. Me saying Chase Brown was anything less than spectacular was disrespect. I'm going to tell him why I'm mad. I'm mad because Chase Brown proved me wrong. Chase Brown rushed the ball 29 times in this one, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, and had me on edge. Obviously, this was not the way it was supposed to go. Michigan wins this one 19-17 by the skin of their teeth. This was a game, though, I will say Michigan needed. We needed to feel this kind of pressure, this sort of anxiety. But man, I could have done without it. My heart could have done without this one. Anyway, let's talk about what needs to be talked about. As I said, Chase Brown proved himself to be an elite running back. We're not going to hold that against him. Chase Brown is every bit as good as they say he was. Blake Corum goes out at the end of the first half after 17 carries at the time, 105 yards or so. Goes out with an apparent knee injury. My heart sank to my feet. All I could think about was ACL. Fortunately for Michigan and Michigan fans, it does not appear to be an ACL, as he was able to get up, walk off the field under his own power. However, he came back for one play in the third quarter, 2 plays, I think, in the third quarter. He looked okay, but he would not return for the rest of the game, which left the game in J.J. McCarthy's hands. And shout out to J.J. It was rough. I'm not going to lie. There were times there where I was like, man, Cade McNamara would have completed that pass. I don't want to go backwards. Obviously, I was pro J.J. at the start of the season. I was pro J.J. at the end of last season. I'm sticking behind my guy. I do think his youth, though, and his inexperience in these sorts of games worked against him in some instances. That being said, he put together a game-winning drive for the ages. He completed 2 fourth downs. J.J. McCarthy, thank you. J.J. was 18 of 34, 208 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks, though. That's what's important. 0 picks. Don't turn it over. One of the fourth downs J.J. completed was incredible. He fumbles the snap rather. He's on all fours, but before he touches and completes possession of having the ball, he's back on his feet, running to the right, throws a dart, I believe, to Loveland, who gets the first down. The drive is still alive. Michigan still has life. Man, it was an extraordinary game. I got to give credit to the Illinois run defense. They really stepped up and did an incredible job against Michigan in the running backs, including Blake Corum, who had a lot of short gains. He did have a couple big ones that contributed to his 108 yards, but they did a decent job of stopping the run. In terms of total yards, they gave up 376 to Michigan, and Michigan held Illinois to 326 yards. Tommy DeVito had himself a decent ball game, 21 of 30, 178 yards, 0 touchdowns, but also 0 interceptions, and that's what's important. Michigan did end up losing a fumble on the play where Blake Corum was injured, and he let the ball go before he hit the ground to clutch his knee. That was the only turnover in the game. Time of possession, Michigan kind of dominated in this area, 35-03 to 24-57 for Illinois. I'm still kind of shaking here because it was that type of game. It was really a situation where I didn't think it would be this close. It ended up being this close. And again, hats off to Brett Bielema, who's dealing with the family tragedy. He had these guys ready to go. Hats off to his team. They came in to play, and they deserve credit for that. That being said, Jake Moody for president. Jake is cold as ice, comes in, kicks a 35-yard field goal with 9 seconds left on the clock to ice the game for Michigan 19-17. This was incredible. On a very cold evening, or afternoon rather, temperatures in the low 20s, Jake Moody coming through in the clutch. It was a blustery evening. By the way, you see how wind affected these two quarterbacks. They still were able to complete passes and both threw for over 150 yards, unlike the other state's guy who threw for 76 yards against Northwestern. But it's not about them. It's about Michigan, who moves on 11-0 now. Next week is the one. Next week, we travel to that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus to do away with the myth of the other state, to get back on the winning track. We are already back on the winning track, but to put a streak together of our own. It starts with 2-0, and it starts with beating those clowns, those softies in Columbus. I want to thank Illinois for giving us this wake-up call because we needed it, and they provided it. Illinois actually ended the game with more first downs than Michigan, 20-18. Man, this was everything it was cracked up to be. I will give them that credit. Until next time, no. This is a short overreaction. Hit me in the comments. What did you guys think of this game? Were you as nervous as I was? Let me know. Until next time, no. Oh, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you know every time the Michigan Madman has a video. We need to start a community. We'll get a Michigan Madman community going on or something. It'll be great. Just smash the subscribe button. Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. Son. I just don't get that.